Good morning.
Morning, everyone.
How are you doing today?
Good. How
are
about you?
I'm great.
Good.
How's the coffee?
Good.
I made my coffee a little early, and I don't have coffee to drink along with you today.
Oh,
Regardless, welcome to Warm and Cozy Quilting. I'm Jason.
I'm Danielle.
How you doing today?
It's good
I think we had that
to
already.
meet you.
It's good to meet you. Nice. I can't. There's no handshaking here, but we can wave. You can do me another favor. You can hit that like button. That's always fun. Why are you clicking up here?
I was going to try to pull it up on here so I could see. You have comments there?
I have comments over here, but you can get it over there if you want. Hit the buttons and do all the things and get yourself to where you need to go so you can see the comment.
What I wanted to do.
Oh, you are correct, Deborah. Great shirts. Aren't they the best? I really
do like them.
Do like the pink shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're fantastic. I do look like I have a suntan. I don't actually get out in the sun a whole lot. I work most of the time.
Do I look shiny today?
I think we're all a little shiny. I think this light is suddenly like
too much
here, but we'll be all right. Mm-hmm. We'll be fine. We'll be good. It'll be all right. If you're out there, say hi.
Yeah.
Please say hi. Regardless of that, today we're going to talk about fabric quality.
Okay.
Really doesn't matter. Does it? I think, yeah. I also think I can argue to the other direction. Maybe. We'll see if we can get any argument out of it. I'm going to need your input on this conversation, so be ready to start joining in on the chat. I'm going to love it. It's going to help us a whole lot.
Right.
But as always, since I wait for people to jump on and say hello, we're going to talk about some general upcoming announcements to be made aware of.
Sounds good.
First and foremost, next week, Sunday, the 21st.
Oh, I was like, what is happening?
Well,
I'm glad I'm here for the. I'm glad
you're here for it because it kind of involves you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Monroe County Fair, Monroe County, Illinois. Their fair starts next Sunday.
Do you have to say fair like
fair.
that?
I do.
That's the only way.
A minimum requirement that if you're going to say fair, you have to say it fair.
Like that.
If you don't, then people think you're just playing fair.
Yeah.
Or that you're on a ferry and you're going to have to pay a fare.
Right.
No, it's fair. Fair.
Fair week.
It's fair week.
Right.
It's going to be a good time.
So it starts Sunday the 21st and goes till the following Sunday.
The 28th.
Yeah.
It's a week full of county fair.
I hope we don't have anything on the 29th.
I don't know. Chances are we do.
Yeah, probably.
But that's just how that goes sometimes.
Right.
No, I think it's Tuesday the 30th you have an event. We have to go to teach class.
Very cool.
It'll be fun. You'll get a day to rest.
Yeah.
Anyway, Monroe County Fair, it goes for the entire week. A lot of people show up in the evenings for whatever, fun stuff is going on, but we'll be there all day, every day, starting right around noonish.
Right.
We expect to have a list of what we're going to be doing coming out sometime this week, so keep an eye out for that. We're looking at doing demonstrations and, all that kind of stuff in the exhibition hall. By the way, at that time of day, you know what fair is? It's free.
Right.
They don't start charging till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So if you end up a little early to get a quilty, bit
come
of
in for some quilt demo and some info. And I'm going to enter a quilt in the county fair this year.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited.
I should enter that one. I bet that would win.
Oh, if it's two different categories,
could be two different categories.
Put both of them in. I think they would both fall in that same category, though.
I'm not sure.
Ooh, flip a coin.
What about the one that's hanging by the door? The modern.
Oh. Yeah,
the modern churn dash?
Yeah, because that's more wall hanging, isn't it?
You gotta know which one you're doing. So
yeah, so there's different categories. Okay, let's bring people up to speed here.
Okay, Monroe County Fair, up to date.
Right.
Rebecca.
So they do a ton of stuff at the county fair, which includes livestock stuff that I don't know a lot about because I don't have cows.
We have
goats.
children.
But there's also there's a area right behind the commercial building where there's horse stuff that happens.
Oh yeah, there's horse riding and barrel racing and all that stuff.
All of those things. So
it's exciting.
It really is. And it's really cool to see all these different things going on. Also, it always makes me excited that the fair is coming because that means I'm going to get to have prime rib sandwiches.
Oh, I thought funnel cake, but you're
also funnel cake. But I'm going to get a prime rib sandwich. Makes me happy.
Oh, those were delicious.
Yeah.
Kind of much lived on that last year.
Yeah, we did.
Do it again this year. It'll be all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So food's always good.
The cool thing is that we're in the commercial building where it's cool.
Air conditioned.
So when you get hot at the fair, come on in, come see us, check out what we've got. We're taking irons and
Laura Star. We're bringing Janome. We're bringing Handy Quilter. Maybe not much the fabric.
no, but I think that we might also bring stripology.
Heck yeah, we're going to bring stripology.
So we'll bring some things there so I can show
Stripping
that
at
off.
the county fair.
Be stripping at the county fair.
Please don't call the lead on the county fair on me, please.
please
I'm
don't,
just kidding.
like-
We're not going to
like-
actually be stripping.
Oh, right. Exactly.
Well, we are, but you're not really. Like, all clothes will remain on.
Right.
The most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Right.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Well, if you can't fall out of the chair today,
I
least
am
you
trying to
can
keep
make
both feet
jokes.
firmly on the ground. I'm not going to let this chair get the better of me today.
if you missed Wednesday's video,
Jason almost died. The only thing that saved me was my pink shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you, pink shirt.
right?
My best.
Anyway, oh gosh,
That's so silly. Another thing that I really, really need you all to be excited about.
Mhm.
Southern Illinois, I'm looking at you. Dolores,
Dolores.
I know you're paying attention. I went to Southern Illinois this week to help
Oh,
a customer
you did.
with her Pro Stitcher system.
Yeah,
She got a new machine. She got no help or support, and she needed help, so I came to help her.
right.
By the way, did you know I travel for Handy Quilter and Pro Stitcher support?
Yes.
Yes, I do in-home training with you.
hmm
It's one-on-one. It's fantastic.
Tailored to you. If you have been doing this a little while and you want to do other things and you have questions,
Mm-hmm.
shoot, we can come for that.
Right? If you don't know who I am, you can ask Fern. She's in Southern Illinois. She'll tell you. She was cool.
Yeah.
Her and Daryl are awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was down that direction, and I actually stopped by Anna, Illinois, because Anna, Illinois has a quilt shop.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I barely. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
going to tell this fun story.
Okay, tell us one story. I'm excited.
So one day, this is
Yes.
how I found out that there was a quilt shop in Anna.
Okay.
I got a phone call,
Mm-hmm.
and the lady was like, "Are you guys even open? Because I'm standing at your front door." And I was like, "Oh," and I was in my office, so I was like, "I'm going to put you on a brief hold, and I'll be right there." And so I was like, "Yeah, we open at 10," knowing that the shop needed to
Yeah, it should have been well open
right.
by then.
It's like 10 after, or
Did Mom
maybe
forget to open the doors?
what's happening. So I put her on hold. I go out. I grab a cordless phone, and then I'm at the door, and I'm like, and she's like, "I am reading your sign, and it says," and I'm going, "How is she reading our sign? Because I am
This is
standing here."
another dimension.
I'm like,
It's a whole other
"I
world.
don't see you. I am at the front door. I don't see you. The door's open. Like, can you try it again?" Like, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And she goes, then I was like, "This lady is not here, Danielle.
Yeah.
Get
she's
back to
clearly never
reality.
come back.
She is
not
not
come
here.
from the other
She is
dimensions."
at somewhere else, maybe." So then I was like, maybe she went to her old shop.
Oh, up the
You know,
road.
like
That
did
clearly
Google
is a nail
take her
salon,
to somewhere else, and they're not open at 10 a.m. And I said, so we're at 816 South Main Street, down by Dairy Queen in Columbia. And she goes, "Columbia?" And I said, "Yeah, yes, ma'am." And she goes, "I'm in Anna."
How did she?
So how did she call me? I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe she Googled quilt shops
near you
to
and that-
find the phone number for the. Anyway, she was calling
Oh,
Columbia,
wow.
but she was standing in Anna. I was like, "I'm
Oh my
2 hours
gosh.
from you, so I don't think that's gonna work."
Yeah. That's
You can
crazy.
come here. We're open.
Y'all.
I don't.
Sure,
but this is
that's-
how I found out that there was a quilt shop in Anna.
That's a long drive to.
Yeah.
Big difference there.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
that's
fun.
interesting.
It was
That's
fun.
fun though.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got to go visit the shop.
This is a better story.
Ilsa is the manager of the store. Super friendly, super inviting. It's not a giant space, but that's okay. They've got so much going on in there. If you are into crochet and you need the yarn and the knitting and all that stuff,
They have yarn?
oh my lord, they have some really cool stuff. I don't know anything about any of it because I don't crochet or any of that stuff. But they have.
You know how to crochet.
I got the idea in my mind, but
Yeah.
I can make a straight line.
Been a long time for you.
Anyway,
A big, long string
could-
forever and ever.
it's a snake. Anyway, so I found a really cool panel down there that I had to buy and a couple yards of stuff that I had to have in my life.
Yes.
This is their first time participating in the All Illinois Shop Hop.
Nice.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, she said it's their first shop hop ever.
Oh.
So they don't know what to expect.
Oh,
But she's
man.
super excited to
Very
have all
cool.
kinds of people come visit her.
Very cool.
It is way Southern Illinois. Again, it's like a 2-hour from door to door from here to there.
Yes.
So don't get mistaken. But what I'm telling my customers at this point, you guys that are watching and listening, go visit, but go with the intention of checking out the shop. Don't go with the intention of, okay, I took 2 hours, I got to run back out the door to get to the next shop.
Yeah, no.
Stop and check her shop out. She's done an amazing job.
If I drive 2 hours, I'm staying there for a little bit because I'm going to be out of that car for a minute anyway,
Absolutely.
you know. And so I want to go check, look, because they're going to have different things. That is the cool thing about shop hops is you're going to find that each store has its own personality.
Yeah.
And you can really see, you know, the character of those running it.
Yeah, absolutely.
By looking at the fabric, by checking out the samples, by seeing, you know, what's in the shop. Whenever anybody comes here that hasn't been here before, we take them on a tour. We show them what's going on because we have different rooms of the building that different things go on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we want to make sure that everyone feels welcome and, you know, all of that. But also, I hope that you're finding that same kind of thing. Hey, it's our first time we've ever been here.
Yeah.
You know, what are you kind of known for? Or what is your specialty? Or what, you know, what would you want someone who has never been here to know?
To know about your shop. Yeah. Absolutely. So if you're a shop owner and you're watching this, take notes.
Yeah.
Make it inviting. Bring them in.
Have that.
I'd be happy to do that.
Have that kind of on your mind as far as, so we sell cozy cuts. We sell quarter. We've got lots of.
You're a stripper teacher.
I teach how to be. Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway. No, I don't. Now I have no idea what we do. Now I don't know.
Totally lost track of it.
So, but you know, we want people to, and some of those things are not they're not common to other stores.
No.
So we want to make sure that people know that we have those things.
Absolutely. Those are unique to Warm and Cozy.
Yes.
That's what we do. So, sorry about that. The important part of all this is Shop Hop is coming. All Illinois, that means from Southern Illinois all the way to Northern Illinois, 72 shops are participating.
Nice.
You can get your fancy shirt.
Yes.
We have them in stock. We're not out of any of the sizes yet, are we?
Large.
We're out of larges?
I think that, okay, so we weren't here yesterday.
Yeah.
But on Thursday, I think we had one large or we were out of large.
Okay.
Out of large on Thursday. Wow.
That was bound to happen.
So, you know, we did make sure that we had XL, 2X, 3X. We had lots of those.
Yeah.
And we didn't order as many on the, I thought we had a few, I thought we had a lot of larges. But anyway.
Well, I don't know.
The mediums and smalls, we ordered very few. We went heavier on the, because.
On the fluffy side.
Yeah.
So get your shirt. This year, the giveaway is a cute pattern for a quilt block.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, when you go into each and every shop and you get your stamp, you're also going to get your quilt pattern or your block pattern.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That is a fantastic way to then figure out a couple fat quarters for yourself.
Right.
So make that block specific for that block or that shop, which will make it that much more unique of a project.
Right.
So
we haven't said good morning to anyone.
I know I was getting through this announcement because I was giving more people the chance to jump on and say hi.
We've got a couple more things though.
There's a couple of more things we still have to talk about. I know, a lot of announcements. Let's be honest. Fabric quality and does it matter? It could be a real brief conversation. Yeah. It could be a yes or no. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Binders. We have the little binders. They are small. They are perfect size for the patterns. They are not your standard 8x11.
The pattern, but anyway.
I don't want them to see anything more. If it was Post-it noted so they could see the size of it, maybe. But we'll show you. You'll see that on August 1st when you come and get it.
Right. So each pattern that you're going to get from each shop is hole punched. It's cardstock. It's real nice weight. So that those things last.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got the binder. You're going to put in all of, and you could put them in the order that you went to the shop. Right. You could do whatever. Take notes in there. Keep your passport in there. You'd have to fold it because it's a little binder. It's not as large as a piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's shorter.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
All right.
Too much coffee.
Love it. All right. But anyway, Shop Hop starts August 1st, goes all the way through the end of September.
Right.
If you're not planning, get in here, get your magazine, get planning now. Not yet. Actually, 11. We'll open at 11, then you can get it.
Right.
Okay, so we'll say hi real quick to some folks because I had several people jump on. Hello, 2.0.
Morning, Deborah.
Morning, good to see you. Good morning, Vicky. The light is really bright, but you look great. Thanks. It's the pink shirts.
Yeah.
We're just awesome. Good morning, Beth. Nice to see you on. And hello, Dolores, Southern Illinois. Sandy Essler, good morning. Cozy crew. Aw. Cozy crew. We're going to have to TM that one.
Yeah.
Morning, Janet from Michigan.
Morning.
That's a bit of a drive. Hello, Joyce, the lake house.
Nice.
I hope you're having a good day out there. That'll be a fun time.
Very cool.
And Patty over on the YouTube says that I love the ribeyes. We go for lunch almost every day.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now.
There
those
was
ribeye
days.
sandwiches
There was
are
days last year
amazing.
that I had them twice
That happened.
because we were there forever. We were there, we were
was a
there for
long
so
day.
long. Yeah, I know.
But you gotta treat yourself.
And he's like, there are other things to eat. I'm like, yeah, but why?
So good.
Why? Why not?
They
just
have
get
so
the
many
ribeye
options,
sandwich?
but yeah, do the ribeye sandwich. Just love your life. Morning, Dana. Good to see you. And hello, Karen. Thank you guys for jumping on. Also, as always, Victoria's running the camera today. Hi,
Hello.
Victoria. For you that are out there, though, watching us, please give us the reactions as we go through this show because it gives us the idea that you're still watching and paying attention to us. That's that little icons there across the bottom of your screen. Tap those. That's great. I love them. They make our life easier. Little black box does not actually show us anything useful. What booth is the sandwich at? Planning on going this year, Beth? It is the
Schneider's meat.
Schneider's Meats. They're usually at the very end
All the
of
way at
the
the end.
food pavilion to the outside. You can't miss them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Schneider's meat.
Schneider's Meat. They do
They're-
a wonderful job.
Yeah, and they have more than just that sandwich.
Oh, yeah. No, they have
Oh,
other food
Like
options.
what
But
you had
they
the
really
nachos
don't.
from a booth last year that was
Did I?
really good. I thought I don't know.
Probably. I try all the things. I try not to stick in one food source because that's a lot for me. I like to change it up. You're good with the same thing every meal.
Let's say this: every single breakfast is exactly the same.
Yeah. Consistency,
Always,
folks.
my whole life. And if I could make lunch and dinner exactly the same every day, I would. But I got to deal with other people.
Other people don't like that. So that happens.
FFA is the nachos. Yeah.
Oh, was that who it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Thanks, Jess. Appreciate that.
And I
and
know
I did
somebody
have those
else
were
talks
good.
about like a pork sandwich.
I think I had that as well. It's
Yeah.
like a pork burger.
Right.
I think it was the same place.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know. All I know, I eat all the food, and it's all fantastic. Go to the fair, if nothing else, to eat. Like
Yeah.
Patty does. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
nearby, it's worth the
So
trip.
yeah,
You won't be
especially okay.
disappointed.
So you can get in for free before 3, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna get in for free.
You're going to come see us.
You go see
hang out
us.
with your favorite quilt
You
shop.
go have a lunch of some kind, and then you can go home if you want, or
Right.
you can stay for the evening events.
You could, which is also fun too.
Yeah.
Chicken
Oh,
kebabs.
yeah.
That's fun also.
Just keep putting them out there. Tell us more things to eat.
That's what I need is
because-
food options at 10 a.m. Because I'm not hungry
So
enough.
the fair is in Waterloo,
Illinois.
Illinois. Oh yeah, I forget. Like this is not just we're not just talking to the people in our neighborhood.
Yeah, we have friends all over the country right now.
Waterloo, Illinois, Monroe County Fair. 21st to 28th.
Yep. So
July.
we'll be there. We'll be in the commercial building. Come see us. Say hi.
I'm putting a quilt in the quilt.
We have a
in the
3
fair.
booth station. You can't miss us. If
Yeah.
you miss us, you weren't looking hard enough.
Right. Yeah.
We're
If you
talking
come
the
in
cardboard cutout guy.
right, if you come in the commercial building, we are on the back corner. You are going to have to go around, depending on which door you come in.
Oh, that's also where they show off the fruits and vegetables that people
Yeah,
have
yeah,
grown.
yeah.
So like it's
Yeah.
absolutely worth going in there as well.
for sure.
It'll be a good time. Let's say hi to some more people before we move on to other announcement things.
Okay.
Let's see. The Julie, good morning. She's getting ready for her 45th class reunion. Awesome.
Wow, that's cool.
That'll be fun.
A lot of fun.
Excellent. Jan, good morning. She can't wait to get on the
Morning.
bus. That's my next point of conversation.
Yes,
Hello,
It's gonna
Terry.
be fun.
Good morning, Miss Backus. And then we got Joanne from Southern Illinois.
Morning.
I'm going to say hi to Jess anyway,
Hi, Jess.
even though she was just throwing out food options.
Yeah,
Good
it's
to see
good.
you on as well. And good morning, Miss Barb. Glad you're over there. Thank you for joining us over on the YouTube side. And good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Thank you,
good
thank
morning.
you, thank you. A couple things left to get through, and then we'll get into the conversation at hand.
Okay.
The bus shop hop. So on Monday, we announced the bus shop hop taking place September 28th and 29th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday.
Yes. So we got the okay that we could start advertising it, and I was like, get it out there. So we
Let's go.
posted on Facebook, and we got it, got it going. Monday, we sent out an email, and we have 6 spots left.
There are 6 spots left of
Out of
potential
50.
50. Do you want to go? Did you sign
I'll
up
tell
already?
you, even-
Jan did.
Yeah.
Actually, I've seen several names that I know already, which is great.
Okay, so if you're up north,
Yes.
maybe, we are your favorite local quilt shop, but we're not really local to you because we are hours away.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at the list of shops.
Mm-hmm.
You could jump on one of their buses.
Yes.
It's the same price no matter which bus you get on.
Right.
And then you will get to come to our shop
Right.
and do the...
Every shop has their own bus, which is awesome.
I don't feel like I explained it very well.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to make sure we catch it all.
Yes.
So the whole idea here is this. There are 8 or 4 and 4. Anyway, when I can't use one hand, it's very difficult for my brain to work properly. There are 8 shops participating. Every shop has their own bus. The idea is that starting Saturday morning, the 28th, you're going to get on the bus at the shop that you signed up on.
Right.
That bus is going to leave there and go to the next shop that's nearby and then work its way around Illinois, 1 shop in Missouri, 2 shops in Iowa, and make a giant loop over the course of 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Those shop owners are going to see their friends jump on a bus and leave, and then a few hours later, they're going to have another bus of 50 people show up. Then they're going to leave and they're going to get another bus. And then there's going to be so many people going through each shop.
Right.
It's going to be a wonderful time, but also chaotic.
A lot of fun.
So much fun.
You guys, if you guys don't know me, like I am living my life right now for those 2 days.
Right, that's it.
Because,
just aiming for those 2 days.
I love to be crazy busy like that and making new friends and throwing,
people coming in, having fun. The other cool thing is that when you get to each shop, let's say your first stop is mid-morning.
Right.
Okay, it's not lunchtime. It's not dinner time. I want a snack though because I'm tired of being on this bus. Well, that each shop is going to supply a morning snack, a lunch, an afternoon snack, and then a warm dinner or hot dinner for wherever you stop at the last one for the evening. You'll find your hotel, which this cost actually covers that cost as well.
Right. It's all included.
The next morning, you're going to have breakfast at the hotel. You're going to go on to your next few shops. Again, snack, lunch, snack, land back to your home shop.
Yeah.
Who isn't excited about this? All of that is covered.
I wish I could go.
For $265, I have 6 seats left. If you want to go, I would strongly encourage you to get a friend because we do have double occupancy rooms. So we're going to pair you up with somebody else. There is an upcharge for a room if you need a room just for yourself. We don't have that number exactly yet. I'm still waiting on a little bit more information.
But it's
gonna be
reasonable, but yes, but know that there is an extra charge if you want to be by yourself. Not double the cost or anything like that. So, but we are trying to keep double occupancy because that means that we can get, as many people as we can fit on that bus.
Exactly.
So
a lot of folks have asked too, where are we going to park our cars? Where are we going to meet at? Well, for Warm and Cozy, you're going to meet us here at the shop. Some folks are going to have themselves dropped off, so there's no cars left on the parking lot.
Right.
That's fine. Other folks are going to leave their cars here overnight.
Right.
Our landlord does have the property under video surveillance.
Right.
And Columbia is a fairly quiet town anyway.
Yeah.
But obviously, don't leave your $300,000 diamond rings in the cup holder.
Right.
Don't do that. That's
bad
too
idea.
fancy.
I mean, that's
don't
silly.
be that fancy.
But also, if you can ride, you're already doubling
Get in with
up,
your friends.
Right? Get in with your friends, right?
One vehicle.
One vehicle. She comes, picks you up. You guys come here. Everybody's happy, right?
Yeah.
So
I really am excited about this bus trip. Like you said, I would love to go. But again, that whole amount of people going to come through our store.
Right.
We will unfortunately stay here, but we will be sending Kelly, who will be representing Warm and Kelly. Warm and Kelly. Warm and Cozy. It's now Warm and Kelly's shop.
Hey, if it's hers, do we have to work today?
No.
I know, we could just go home.
Good night, folks.
Okay.
Kelly will be the bus mom.
Yes.
So she's going to be in charge of coordinating, making sure everybody gets on the bus.
Right.
Hopefully not leaving anybody behind.
Yes, head count. Oh my gosh, please don't leave somebody. You know what though? There'll be another bus that comes through. Just jump on that.
It'll get you closer to home.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine. I have a couple of customers that I would be like, that one's just going to wait for the next bus.
She'll just go to the next bus. It's fine.
She won't even care.
It'll be all right. Anyway. That's the whole point here. Don't get abandoned somewhere in Iowa.
Yes.
I mean, there are some lovely folks in Iowa.
Absolutely.
But if you're from Southern Illinois here,
yeah, you may not want to end up
you
in
don't
Iowa.
want to be up there. It's north.
Yeah.
You're going to get colder
It's going to get colder faster. Yes.
That's what I tell myself. I don't know if that's even true. But
like it's just a couple hours. It ain't that serious. We're not like in a different climate, like we're not equator versus North Pole. Yeah. No.
It's not the same.
But
Anyway, it will be a fantastic time. Again, if you want to sign up, $265. I've got 6 seats left. Because it goes till September.
We'll be taking a wait list. If there
will be
if
a
those
wait list.
fill up, I mean, somebody may have to cancel, and we will so definitely even, get on if those 6 seats sell out, get on the wait list.
Yes, it'll be a good time. I do encourage you to do so. Barb is excited. Aaron's excited. Dolores says it sounds so much fun. You need to be there.
Yeah,
Dolores.
come on, Dolores. That'll be fun.
And Karen will bring an extra suitcase for all the purchases. Probably not a terrible idea.
So here's things that I would do. Like, I think that we should do a whole video on what to bring on the bus trip.
Oh, we should.
We'll
because do that in September. Write it down, Victoria. Make note.
Something, handwork. Do something like if you are a person who can do handwork, you're going to be on the bus for a while. So, do some handwork, do some things that, if you can.
Yeah. If you
I have to take my Dramamine and, maybe I can do a little bit. Anyway,
okay,
we'll do a whole other thing on that.
That's a whole nother day. That's Bus Hop. Again, 2024. Fantastic time. Join in, sign up, do that today. Last but not least, I want to make sure that everybody is aware in September.
Education event.
We have a Handy Quilter education event happening September 21st. Oh, no, hold on. It's a Thursday, Friday, or a Saturday, Sunday. So it's the weekend before the Bus Hop.
Numbers are so hard.
So it's the 19th and 20th, or 21st and 22nd. It's 2 days, hands-on, learning, doing, educating yourself with long arms. If you've been contemplating one, if you really want to test drive one, if you want to check out our knowledgeable prowess here, in addition to how supportive Handy Quilter is in their education, this is a great time to do that. Those classes are open on the website. You can go out there and sign up. Please, by all means, do that. Our educator is going to be, we have Judy Hayes for that one.
I think so, yeah.
Miss Judy Hayes. We've had her once before. It was a couple years ago.
2020.
2020. But she's fun. She does a good job. I like what she does. So if you're interested in more education on your Handy Quilter, or even if you're just interested in one, sign up today. I think it's $150 for 2 days of education.
Nice.
Quite reasonable, actually.
Right.
So, okay.
It's essentially 4 classes.
Yeah.
So, and lunch. So that's a great price.
That's a good price.
Okay.
Okay. Whew, golly, that was so much. All right.
For those that are still with us, are you still with us?
Hang it. Give me some reactions of some sort. Also, if you're over on the YouTube side, do me a huge favor. Scroll down and hit that big red button that says subscribe. It's free. It helps us. And if you don't enjoy this later on, you can always unsubscribe, but why would you do that? Also, to let you know when we're on, and that way you keep up to date with all the best information. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye?
I didn't know how to end that properly, so that's just what happened. Okay, so.
The other day.
Oh, no, God help me.
The other day, we were leaving Schnucks.
Oh, are you going to tell on me? Oh, okay.
This is so good.
All right, here we go.
This lady was coming up really fast, and it was like, is she going to stop?
I really thought she was going to run the stop sign. It's a Schnucks parking lot.
It's a parking lot. Like, you don't need to be going that fast. And
45 miles an hour is psychotic.
And
Slow
so
down.
he was going to call her. So he was like, is she even going to stop this little doo-doo-doo? Like, and it was almost as if you censored yourself.
Oh, I did.
Like, you were trying to say multiple different words, and they were all bad words, you know.
And they all, got to the door at the same time.
And then
my brain goes,
like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Short-circuited, so I just hummed it out.
So, yeah, kind of just like right now when you're like, okay, goodbye. Like, you don't know you didn't know how to finish that the other day. And you're like,
narrow doorway, that is my brain that lets words in and out sometimes.
So what did you say? You said, are you going to stop, you little?
And there was no words. It was full-on censorship.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not afraid of any word to use it. Generally more so in the confines of my own bubble in space where nobody else can hear me.
First of all,
my brain
I
said
was
no.
on the side that was going to get hit, right?
Also
so I was also like terrified, and then I was cracking up because
Anyway, it happens, guys. Sometimes our brains just say, done.
No, not working. Not working anymore.
Good morning, Rita. Glad you joined us. And Jan and her friends will all be rolling up together at the same time. Looking good. I know, Rita, you got your pink shirt yet? I mean, when you show up for work today, you need to get yourself one.
Rita Rowland?
Oh, that's Rita Rowland. Wrong Rita. Rita, you need to get to work. Let's go.
I mean, you know, Kelly, if it's Kelly's cozy shop now,
It's Worm and Kelly.
Worm and Kelly, then maybe Rita works here.
Maybe, who knows? Anyway.
Okay. Too much.
This has gone off
It's
the
too
rails.
much. Okay.
Back to the conversation at hand. Fabric quality. Does it matter? What's your say? What do you think? Does fabric quality really matter? Now, I did a whole lot of looking and reading at stuff, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a clean yes, no. It's real close,
So-
and you can oversimplify it to a yes or no.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes, you can.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so here's one thing that I was thinking about since you told me that this is the topic. Because he tells me the topic, but he doesn't always give me what his notes are and all of that stuff. So that then I'm like, it is very, like, genuine. I'm like, generic? No, it's very genuine. My reactions and feelings and whatever come out on video.
Yeah.
He loves doing that to me.
It makes it
But
so much
anyway,
more fun.
Yeah.
Maybe for me.
Yeah.
Probably for you.
But one thing that I was thinking was, can you just say, oh, well, the more expensive it is, the better it must be?
People say that, and that
But
is
I don't
also
think-
its own hazard.
I don't think that that is true.
It is not true.
If you think about fabric, I'm just going to call it out. Okay, so there's fabrics like Liberty, and there's fabrics that are like Tilda. These two end up being almost $20 a yard
They are.
for 100% cotton.
Absolutely.
And this is just, and that has more to do with how it gets, where it's
It's
made,
more the importing.
how
part
it
of
gets
yeah.
here, all of those things make those even more. So does that make Tilda fabric better than Tula Pink fabric? Tula Pink fabric's $13.99. This one's $19.99. I guess I should buy the $20 a yard fabric.
Sometimes that's a hazardous, that's a
Yeah,
very dangerous
you know?
way to look at stuff. But let's talk about a couple things
Okay.
that kind of help make that decision a little bit easier. Now, obviously, I had some folks that are already saying that it does make a difference.
Yes,
I tend to agree with you.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
absolutely.
What is a quilting cotton? Typically, a quilting cotton is made up 100% cotton. Not
Right.
typically, it is.
Right,
If it's made up of a blend, that is not a quilting cotton.
right.
That is a clothing cotton. That is
Correct.
something you want to use to make garments with.
Right. And the thing is that when you're making garments, having 100% cotton, you're not going to have you're going to have to be ironing it more. Like, so there is a reason for there
Right.
to be blends,
Right. The blends
Those
have a
are gonna
purpose.
be-
They drape better. They
they're-
make much better clothing because
not
of that.
for
ironing, all that stuff.
quilting.
For sure. Quilting cottons are just a basic plain weave, a warp and a weft. So just basic boop, woven together. Nothing crazy there. Typically medium weight and have lots of body. Okay. So that, again, that gives that texture, that feel, that weight, that how it looks. Versus a blend that may be a little bit thinner or softer, just depending on what threads are making it up.
Right.
Because there are linen fabrics, which are fatter, and then there's silk, which is thinner, which can all change the feel and the work of the material.
Right. Right.
Okay. Thread count.
Right.
Thread count is important.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always know the thread count.
Correct. Like, I don't
Um,
know the thread count on anything in the shop.
No. Now, typically, they say that quilting cottons are around 60 to 75 threads as a thread count.
And what that means is like in a square inch, if you counted all those threads.
All of them.
That
so
would
both
be-
cross or warp and weft. You count each of those. Those give you your thread count for that fabric.
Right.
Now, some higher end, quote unquote, fabrics will have upwards of 200. Does that make it always better? Not always. It just will add a bit more body to stuff.
Yeah.
So, also depends on those threads that they used to make it.
Right.
Let's talk about those threads. That gets to gray goods. I said, let's talk about it. I'm not done talking yet. Bear with me a second here.
Okay.
As far as thread counts are concerned, batiks usually higher at 220 thread count, but they're usually a much thinner thread.
Like a finer
It's
thread.
a finer thread to make them because they need that for the waxing process,
Right.
so that the way the dyeing process goes the way it's supposed to. So
Right. Where like others are screen printed, kind
Right.
of. Yes, screen printed.
Kind of.
And that holds the dye differently, obviously, than batik dyeing, where there's the wax and the other things involved.
Right. And I did put something in here about how to get thread count, what that actually means. So basically, if you count your, where's it at? Warp, that runs the length of the fabric, and then your weft, which is the across. You add, like if you count 100 and then 100, that's a 200 thread count piece of fabric.
Right.
Okay. I've never actually taken a piece of fabric apart to count it. Maybe someday I might.
I don't know why you didn't last night when you were writing this information down.
That would have been smart. Pardon me. Probably going to start coughing now.
We have some fabric at home.
Do we?
Yeah. A piece
Where?
or two.
Get out of here. So much fabric. Did I tell you I bought a panel at that Anna shop? It's called The Here and Now. It's the name of that shop. Again, lovely
The
shop.
Here and
Go
Now.
visit it.
That's a nice name.
It's a cool,
like that.
it's neat. And she's got signs hanging out on it for the All Illinois Shop Hop. Like,
Oh my
she's
God,
in.
she's ready.
Oh, I forgot the best part. Straight
my
across
gosh.
the street from her shop,
Oh,
there's a coffee shop.
it makes me want to.
Somebody open a coffee shop across the street from me, please.
I need a coffee shop across the street.
There's a tree line over there. It's gonna be really tough for somebody
I
to build on
will-
that hillside.
There's
Buy-
two, like not that far.
Okay, you're right.
Anyway, back to the story. Different from clothing fabric. Clothing fabric typically runs anywhere from 200 to 400 thread count. Again, you're using a different style of material and threads and all that stuff.
Right.
There's the poly blend to it, which is even more economical because could you imagine making all of our clothes out of 100% cotton fabric? Holy goodness. You think $20 for a shirt's a lot?
Right.
Woo.
This is only $17.99 anyway.
Oh, whatever. Math. I don't know anything. Anyway, like we said also, they drape better for clothing, the ironing, the maintenance, the upkeep, all that stuff. Much better and more durable.
Wash and wear.
Wash and wear kind of stuff. Let's see here. Why buy quilt shop fabric versus big box? Yes, it's a good question to have there. But Dolores says, it's why we go to quilt shops. I think it would last like new later. Wait, I think it would be last like new later. I don't know what that, my brain's not reading that very well. That's okay. I love it. Feel the fabric is important to me. Super important, Regina. Actually, texture and feel is a big component of determining what is a better quality fabric. Sometimes it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And Dolores, your aunt is correct. If you're going to go in for it, get the best.
Yep.
Again.
So I like to tell this
Mindfully.
story because it's not my story. It is
Okay.
a customer's story.
Okay.
Because sometimes I feel like when I tell you, oh, you should get the best, you're like, yeah, you say that because you want me to buy your fabric.
It's a hazard we have as being owners of
Right.
the shop.
So I have a customer who her and her granddaughter, she just started quilting,
Yeah.
and her granddaughter went to Joanne. Should I
Big
say
box
that?
store that rhymes with Joanne's.
And bought fabric and made a quilt. Now,
Mhm.
they pieced it all together. They tied the quilt, so it wasn't complete. It wasn't quilted. They did the best they could, right?
Sure.
She also said, I mean, we thought we did really good. I think all of it was 100% cotton, but maybe there was something in there that wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was like a handful of washes, and this quilt was falling apart. And she was just like, I'll never do that again. She was like, I can't believe how much different, And since we opened, my mom has been on me. Okay, sorry, Mom, we still haven't done it. To go to big box Joann's, go to Walmart, go to wherever, go and get a few different pieces of fabric from these stores.
Sure.
Take a fabric of ours, wash all of them,
Right.
dry all of them, wash all of them 20 times, whatever, so that you can see, oh, look, this is supposed to be black, but, see how it's not black anymore, or how it's fraying more, or how it's whatever. Just
Right.
that it's, so that you can show people why they should buy high quality.
Right.
But the thing is that we have enough we don't have enough. We have a lot of customers who know that already.
Sure. Absolutely.
And so I haven't felt the need to educate people on quality because I feel like they already know.
Somebody's experienced at that point. They understand that, and that's also something that kind of propagates itself.
Right.
To that end, while I was looking up information to make sure I had the most up-to-date current information, because people are always posting on the web what they found. They did their own little, science experiment to find this, that, or the other. I did find a blog where a gal had 6 fabrics, 3 from big box, 3 from local quilt shop. She just cut them down to size, counted the thread counts, made some note on print and texture, hand, like the hand of it and all that stuff.
Nice.
And just surface level, she said there wasn't a huge difference between the 6 of them. But she didn't go into washing and wear and all that stuff, which is very important. The texture, the hand, all
because
that
here's
stuff.
the deal. We spent a lot of time on this.
We did.
Quilt. So we want longevity. We want this to last.
The point is for it to stick together.
Right.
The thing that wasn't taken into account into her experiment, which I'm not bashing at all. I really think you should take it upon yourself to do the same, just to see it for yourself, was the wear, which higher end quality fabrics, quilt shop quality fabrics, have a little bit more effort put into them, which is what makes them a little bit more expensive.
Exactly.
So
we could all print the same fabric and we could stop there.
Absolutely.
But the difference is the finishing.
Yeah.
What they've added to make it more durable, to make it more color resistant or color fast.
Yeah.
Not color resistant, color fast. That kind of stuff. So go ahead, you have more information than me.
Okay. Anyway, they do tend to finish with softeners that make them softer, stain guards, sun guards, color guard, and fray type materials that help reduce the fraying of all that. Also, they tend to start with a higher quality gray good. So being those threads that we were talking about being woven together, if you start with an A rated or an A plus rated gray good, which is basically just cotton.
Sorry, I was reading the comment.
Okay. That's fine.
Did you ask me a question?
No, I did.
Okay, good.
I just stopped and stared at you. It was fun. So if you start with an A plus and you make a fabric, that thread is going to hold together better, longer, and do a much better job of doing its job. Now, let's say you start with an A minus or maybe a high B, and you make that product. That thread is not going to have the maintenance that it needs. It's not going to get the extra tear and the extra, conditioners that make it sustainable for life.
Okay, so I'm going to ask. I should never ask a question that I don't know if you have the answer for.
Go ahead. I'll make it up. They won't know the difference.
So the thing is that backing fabric is of a different makeup.
It is.
A different quality, a different thing. Because otherwise it would have to be $40 a yard for all of it, right? If you have a 108-inch piece, that's 3 yards. Then 1 yard would have to be equivalent to 3 yards of regular fabric, right? So from my understanding was that we always have A plus. Are you listening to me?
No, I'm not reading that.
I know. So A plus fabric on all the others, and that backings are like A. Yeah. They're just barely below that, so that they can still be
with everything I've read.
So that they can still be of high quality. They're still not the BC that you would find at other places. This is still good quality. It's a step down, just so that it can be cost effective. Right. Also, you do not want your backing. A lot of people will go, "Oh, I'm just going to go get a very high thread count sheet. Right. Put that on the back."
See that a lot.
That is not good for quilts, in that we want there to be, you don't want a 2,000 thread count. Your needle can't get through that.
I got some information for you. So in my googly searches and looking and finding information, I found this awesome write-up about what thread counts really mean to you. And the guy basically says that if you see something that claims a thread count over like 600, it's just hype.
For real?
For real.
Is it like the grounding sheets? Like it's so fake?
It's not that it's fake.
Okay.
It's what happens is that they're moving past the idea. Okay, so our quilting cottons are single ply basically. It's one layer of woven fabric. That's 200 thread count. All right. Well, when you start getting into your 1,000+ count thread sheets, basically what they've done is they got a couple layers of that on top of each other. So there may be thinner threads. They may mix it with weaker thread or yarn, if you will, to kind of weave that all together just to make multiple layers, which then increases that thread count. So when we see, oh yeah, I bought that 2,000 thread count Egyptian cotton, it don't mean nothing. Genuinely, you can buy a 400 thread count, and if it's made with bamboo or silk, it's going to feel a whole lot better than a 200 count cotton. Yeah. And so really, it's really kind of interesting. That's why I say don't believe the hype on thread count. And like Regina said, she goes by feel. Like That is sometimes just
trust
your best
your
instinct on that.
yeah.
But also check to make sure it's not a poly blend. Because poly blends do feel nice and smooth. That's why we wear them.
And then if you think about, so we also have satines, which are 100% cotton, but they feel different, right? And the reason, it's just like flannels, 100% cotton, but it feels different. It's that they've taken and they've brushed during the finishing process, they've brushed the fabric in a way that gives it that different silky or like flannel, that more of a puff kind of texture. So, that doesn't mean that it's, lesser quality or anything like that. Like our satines that we have out there are really nice. And because they're all solids, they didn't have to be printed. So the price can still be low, even though it's high quality.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
I hope that was helpful.
I hope so. All right.
I don't think you were even listening to me.
No, I was listening to what you're saying, and I think what you're saying is completely valid because it's not got all the extra print and effort into it. It shouldn't cost the same as the $20 a yard for 108. It's fine. It's just a solid. It's one dye. It's done. It's over. Moving on to something else.
Right.
So
still
good quality stuff though. All right. So at this point, does quality matter? I think it does. I think it does matter where you buy it sometimes. I do think that you can get the same thread count materials at either box store or quilt shop. Again, that's jury out on it still because I haven't done a washing and durability test with any of those fabrics, and I haven't seen anybody actually put any of that information out on the website.
I also think that this is a very expensive hobby.
It is.
And you need to do what you can do with your budget.
Right.
Okay. And know that may mean if you're sacrificing quality, so that you can get a lower price so that you can make more things, they may not hold up as long. Knowing that. But they might.
I'm going to play devil's advocate just for the fun.
Okay.
Work with me here, okay? And you guys, again, join in the conversation on this because I'll take any opinion at this point, but I'm going to devil advocate for a bit. If I'm trying to learn this process, I'm going to use some cheaper material.
Okay.
Because I don't know that I really care. I mean, I want to just turn them out and get the experience of doing.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, because quilting comes from a place of necessity.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the thought process of quilting.
Right.
I'm not justifying those of you buying the super cheap fabric all the time because I have to. You don't have to. I got sale fabric. But, you're reading a comment. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah? You were going to say something. I thought you were going to give me a rebuttal on my...
So the other thing that I think about in this topic is that just like with sewing machines, okay?
Yeah.
You can buy a low-end sewing machine and you can get the job done.
Yeah.
Is it going to be as much fun? You can have problems, right?
Right.
Same thing with you buy cheap fabric and it's fraying on you and this and that and you're like... and it has more stretch in it or anything like that, and you're not getting great results.
Right.
Your end product, you think, oh man, I'm not very good. No, you could be awesome.
So internalizing
you found fabric that was not good.
Yeah.
And not knowing, that it wasn't good, you put it together and you thought that this was going to turn out okay.
Right.
You fought with it through the whole thing. It's fraying, it's, you've got threads that are sticking out and you put it with white and now you see the red thread behind the white, it's like all of those kind of things that are just a little bit frustrating and you're taking it as you did something like that you weren't good at this process instead of it being, maybe I need a better machine. Maybe I need
into account.
Yeah, maybe I need a better quality fabric.
Okay.
So
yeah, I guess that's a fair statement because we see those conversations all the time in the Facebook groups. People are always like, I need a new machine, but I don't want to go over $400. Okay. I mean, I can get you a machine that, a Janome at $350 is a fantastic machine.
Yes.
But a Janome at a $2,000 price point is a much better machine.
And you start adding comfort features. You start adding things that are going to make it easier for you.
Right.
So, I had a machine that I was pulling the fabric through, and anytime you're having to help your machine do the job, that is going, it was $100 machine. Like, you know, like
Right.
this is, that is, you're doing things that are stretching the fabric. You're doing things that are, and now, or it wouldn't, do you remember this? It would not go over. If I had two pieces of fabric, cool. Now I've put another 2 pieces of fabric and I'm
Oh,
gonna
it
join.
hated seams.
If there was one
oh,
seam,
it hated them.
it would like boom, boom, out like
so
avoid.
awful.
I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot make this work. I know that we're not talking about machines today, but like this is, you have to kind of start taking all the things into account. It's just like, you know, using a stripology ruler rather than a regular ruler. Every time you move your ruler, you're taking another chance at making a mistake.
Yeah.
So if you can get it all lined up and cut, you know, with it without moving the ruler,
Right.
you're going to get a better result. So it's all of those things, and every tool and everything, fabric, the whole thing costs money.
It does. And I've told people before that in this business line, you can't take a whole bunch of folks that have retired from the business world and say, oh yeah, here's some snake oil. It's going to be the best thing ever. Because guess what? They're going to say no.
Right.
So you do get what you pay for in the fabric world, in the quilting world in general. So always be mindful and aware of that. Because again, and we didn't really get into washing too much. A lot of people ask about the washing. And
Right. Should we
shrinkage and all that.
pre-wash and stuff like that?
Your quality fabrics are going to be less of a concern than your cheaper ones. There's going to be a lot more chance of bleeding, generally speaking.
Yes.
The shrinking rate will be significantly different.
You know, I am not a pre-washer,
No.
and I have had a couple of good customers who have had good quality fabric that they didn't buy from me, thank goodness. But that had bled.
It can happen.
And I was like, hold on, are you kidding me? That is, you know, good quality fabric, and it did that, you know.
Yeah.
But then I have to think, okay, did it get washed in warm water? Like
Right.
in a did you soak it in hot water? Like I
Right.
don't know.
So then
all
I
of
think
the
it's
things there,
fair
so.
to say that maintenance and care of your fabric does not necessarily specifically always speak to quality.
Right.
But that said, you should always check your fabrics by doing a fastness test, get a cup of water, throw it in there, microwave it.
Yes.
Dab it.
Did you guess that? Did you hear that? Did you catch that? Cut a piece off, put it in a ICR mixing cup, you know, like
Our
maybe
Pyrex measuring
our
cup.
Pyrex measuring cup. But anyway, get a bowl, whatever, water in it, put a piece in there, put it in the microwave. The microwave is going to get everything really hot, right? And then if you pull that out and you can see that the water is now red or blue,
Right.
or whatever, then you are going to pre-wash that fabric.
Yeah.
And if you pre-wash the blue, you got to pre-wash it
them
all.
Not together.
No, not together.
Not together.
Not together. Not together. Okay.
Put the culprit by itself.
So,
put
and
some
the
color
reason
catchers in there.
the reason that I don't like to pre-wash is because they have added the sizing
Yeah.
into the fabric. I don't want to wash all that out and then have to re-add starch and sizing and whatever to
Yeah.
it. So I like to work with fabrics straight off the bolt. But I'm taking a risk every time.
You are. So always know that.
I
regardless
love
of
all
where
the
you get it from.
conversations
There's
that's
so much
happening.
I'm going to go through and we
Okay,
have time.
cool.
It's
Okay,
cool.
good,
But we're
good,
going to, at
Skip
this
some
point,
of our stuff. Yeah.
at this point, we're just going to say, does fabric quality matter? It does, but do what you've got to do properly. Take the steps. Make sure you're not sad at the end of it all.
Right.
Kelly's got questions about the length of her quilts. Should you
We'll
take
talk
the
about
bottom
that
off?
in another. Yes, yeah. So I think
Having
that's a good.
those ideas. Yes. Taking
Thank
it
you.
off, though, I'm not going to. I would figure it out.
Right. Come in.
Come in.
Call us.
Come talk to us. We'll or call Kelly. She'll take care of
Kelly,
you
call
on that
Kelly.
one. Kelly, call Kelly. Warman Kelly. Deborah made a quilt in 1990. It was dated a box. Oh, it's cool. The solid colors were shredding. Wow. It was also hand quilted. Now it lays in the closet.
So my mom's very first quilt, her and I went to somewhere and bought fabric, and most of it was cotton. We think we didn't even really know if we were buying the right stuff. She first thing she did was made a log cabin, and it was king size.
Yeah.
She tied that quilt because she had no way to quilt it. I saved, and that was in 1997. And I have saved one block because the rest of it is
Fall apart.
done.
Yeah. Kelly, she did her first couple quilts for Joanne Walmart Fabrics, and she slowly transitioned. There is some doling of the printing sometimes. That can happen. Just, again,
Yeah.
Not all brands are all created equally, and not all of them always have it, and we don't always know which ones those are going to be. But you have a much better shot of it staying together longer, generally.
Right.
Beth had a beginner machine. It was awesome. It did the job. Absolutely. No machine shaming
It
here.
says it's awesome with an upgrade machine.
Yes. But the beginner did its job.
Yeah, for sure.
Not shaming. You go with what you got where you're at.
I just feel that I really want to talk to the people who think that they're not doing a very good job because things aren't turning out. And I want to say, really, let's look at what you're using, what tools you're using, because maybe we can help you do better just by getting a little bit something better there.
Absolutely. Karen, comparing to clothing construction, if you make a garment that you expect to last a long time and wear many times, use high, good quality fabric. So it works across the board there. Quick one-time garment, aka Halloween costume, which I don't do, but I heard it's fun. Lower quality fabrics, so for quilt hanging, one for decoration. Low quality pants might be fine. Yeah, I mean, if you're just making a wall hanging and there's a super cute print that it's not going to get worn and used.
It's not going to get washed a lot.
Absolutely.
It hangs for Christmas. It goes in the closet, whatever. That's totally fine. If you're going to use it on your bed every day.
Yeah. That's a really, really good way to put that out there.
For
Karen.
sure.
Thank you for putting that there. Dana, she knows about bleeding. Ooh, man, oh man, does she. Kelly doesn't pre-wash, but heavy starching and lots of color catchers.
Yes.
Yeah, if you didn't pre-wash and you wash that quilt for the first time, you throw some color catchers in there.
Yeah,
Sometimes
and we do a lot of red, white, and blue quilts.
Yeah.
And they all have, the Quilts of Valor quilts have to be pre-washed before they're awarded to the recipient. So we've washed a lot of red, white, and blue quilts, and red and blue tend to be bleeders. When we're using quilt shop quality, we don't generally have that. I mean, we throw in color catchers, and they do come out with a little bit of color, but I'm not too concerned.
Not a lot. But you should use them regardless. It's a really good idea to have.
And if you're not sure what color catchers are, they look like a dryer sheet, but you put it in the washing aisle. You put it in the washing machine, so that as the and really, if we talked about quilt care, we would tell you not to put it in the washing machine. So but I'm putting mine in the wash too. So, but then you can't expect lower quality to hold up forever if we're throwing it in a washer and dryer and just whatever willy nilly.
Will not stand up.
Okay. Anyway, they're in the laundry section, and you put it in with in the washing machine. And when you do that, any excess dyes are suspended in the water, and the color catcher is going to catch those before it spins and puts that onto something else.
Everything else.
Yes.
Also, that's where Retain and Synthropol, they come into play. I've never used them myself. I hear it's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
But, that's my life and story. Morning, Gail. Good to see you on. She pre-washes when she's told to.
Yep.
It's the best way to go.
Somebody tells me you have to pre-wash this, then okay, fine.
Okay, fine. I will wash it.
But when you pre-wash stuff, then things, then the fabric frays. You're losing some of the fabric,
and some people
in the
will serge
process.
those edges or do an overlock stitch to
Yeah,
kind of keep that from fraying. It's a personal preference and how you handle all that.
Right.
Again, I say do whatever makes you happy or whatever somebody told you, because again, there's no rules in quilting.
Right.
There is no Shauna Decky. She's not real.
You know who Shauna Decky is?
I told you all about Shauna Decky. It's been a year now.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
Quilt Police. She's the one that created the Quilt Police.
She's not real.
She's not real. I made that up. Anyway, so a lot of information there. A lot of maybe opinion, maybe, but also opinion mixed with experience from other customers and from ourselves and what we found out. Again, do your own trial and error on some of this stuff. Do what makes you happy. Probably the best advice.
Yeah.
Just come in and buy fabric from us. Just stop. Just stop buying it elsewhere. Come buy ours.
Right.
We have the best.
We're
and we have
gonna give
cozy cuts.
Right.
And we're fun. And we have pink shirts.
We do. If they're the all Illinois shop hop pink shirts.
Gail, come get one. You need one.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you need one. Just because. Anyway, that's it. I've had enough fun. It's time for us to go.
Okay.
Open the store.
Yes.
I'm done. Are you done? She good. You good. We good. We out.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my mouse is dead.
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll go eventually.
Bye. Bye.